Hi, I'm Emily, and for my applied research project, I'm doing The Happiness Advantage by Sean Aker, I think you pronounce it. It's based on the 7 principles of positive psychology that fuel success and performance at work. So my overall goal is just to be more successful, and in order to do that, I have to be happier. A lot of society views that in order to be happy, we need success, and that's where the flaw is. That's what this book describes and how to change it. So for the first skill that I'm going to be fixing in my life, it's called the Happiness Advantage, and basically what I have to do is find things in my life that make me happy and incorporate them daily and give them more notice. I notice that I don't always have a positive outlook sometimes. I can find myself complaining and getting caught up in little things that really don't matter. For the second skill, it's called the Tetris effect, and basically what it is it describes how the way you see things, you'll continue to see them unless you change it. You shape it, basically like Tetris. I do see myself noticing negativity more easily than I do noticing anything positive, and that's also really natural for us because our society always tries to find the problems in order to fix it and the stressors. The third skill I'll be working on is called the Zorro Circle, and it's basically just creating small manageable goals. And I know that I can often bite off a piece I can't chew, if that makes sense, and when I have too many things to do at once, I just get overwhelmed and don't do any of it, which is really bad, and then I'm not successful. So yeah, this is my plan. Hi guys, so it's week 1, and the skill I'm practicing is a Happiness Advantage, and basically the whole point of it is that anything you do that makes you happy before something is gonna result in better results overall. So in one example, they talk about how they gave doctors lollipops before making a diagnosis, giving them a puzzle basically, and the ones that had a lollipop, even that little burst of happiness, they got to the diagnosis quicker than the ones that didn't. So some of the ways to help with Happiness Advantage is looking forward to doing something later in the day, or just doing things that make you happy, little things like listening to your favorite song on the way to work or on your way to school to help you get in the positive mindset. So this week, what I have planned is to listen to my favorite song before work and go to the gym and exercise because that helps people be happy. And also, one of my signature strengths, it talks about exercising that, so things that you're good at and are unique about you. So I love to learn, and I love learning for my job. So I have literally a work notebook of non-stop stuff. There's notes on different weight loss things, things that help different amino acids and how they help your body. So one of my signature strengths is learning, and I want to know more about this. So I want to spend time each day just learning about these, and today I've already studied products for work and tried to get to know them better, because when I learn, I just feel I like being knowledgeable and being able to tell customers everything and really understand and know everything about the product they're asking about. So yeah, I've been taking time looking at all my notes and stuff to help broaden my knowledge. And one of the things to help you practice skill 1, which is the happiness advantage, which just makes sure that you're doing something positive or something that makes you happy. One of the suggestions is that you look forward to something all day, even if it's small. So this is me watching my favorite show after work, which I looked forward to all day. Hey guys, so we're on week 2, which is based on the Tetris effect, principle 3. And basically, the Tetris effect describes how people get used to the way they think in one way, and their pattern of thinking just continues to stay the same because the blocks just build up and they fit in together. So it's about, like, if you think negatively, you're going to continue to think negatively unless you change your Tetris pattern, kind of thing. So one of the things they recommend is to write a list of gratitudes just to keep positivity in mind of, like, what's really important. So here's my list. Okay. It says my job, getting into college, SpaghettiOs, because I have a lot of nights that I come home late and I have nothing for dinner except SpaghettiOs, so I'm thankful for that. And then customers that say, I appreciate you. It makes my day, because a lot of people will be like, oh, thanks, like, have a good one, or I appreciate it. But to hear, like, I appreciate you, you know? Even if it's just for making shakes, really nice. My family, obviously. Big cozy t-shirts, because we know I love big cozy t-shirts. And Chloe and Nana. So those are the things I'm grateful for, and my plan is to read it when I wake up so that I can start my day in the positive mindset that I'm ending it. So we're still on week 2, and what I did is I wrote a short journal, like, of a positive experience that I had. Same place that I wrote my gratitude list. Alright, something great that happened to me was that I got to talk to this customer. Her name is Jill, and she gets a chocolate cappuccino meal replacement. She does yoga, and she's invited me to tons of sessions. She gave me the cards of her yoga instructor and told me namaste as she left. She's just so sweet, and it was awesome. Also, when I got a huge rush right before close, a customer said, I appreciate you, which was nice. Hi guys, so I'm 2 weeks into my 30-day project. I have noticed that, like, I get more things done. Like at work, I would have some days where I just would be really slow and sluggish and not get what I want done, like, properly or effectively enough. I just noticed I have a lot less of those days, which is nice because it stresses me out when I'm not doing everything to my full potential. I've done things like, it seems kind of silly, but, like, listen to my favorite song on the way to work. It's based off the happiness advantage, and it just means that, like, you do something positive before you go to work or go to school to put you in that positive thinking and mood. And then I would do things like watch my favorite movie after work because I'd look forward to it all day. And that does the same thing, just gets you more effectively working. I studied for work a couple of times where I would, because, like, I love to learn and I love to learn more about it, so I would go to Starbucks and I literally have, like, a work notebook of, like, all these different things you can take and when you take them and how you take them. And for the second week, I would do things like I wrote, like, a list of gratitudes I had, like, things I was grateful for, just to keep positive things in my mind. That's what it's all about, is making sure you're building up the positives and not focusing on the negatives, because that'll set the mood for your day and your work ethic. So I'm post week 3, which was based off of the principle of the Zorro circle, and Basically, I made small goals for myself, like make my bed, which I honestly never do, to be honest, because I'm like, I'm gonna sleep in it tonight anyway, whatever. But I did it, and I figured I should read more, so I picked up The Tipping Point again from last year, just to, because I remember liking it then, so just to give me something to read, because I never have anything. And then I would verbalize my stress, like I wrote it down in a notebook. And yeah, I made my bed every day, every morning, so that I would just have that consistency. So I've made it through all 4 weeks now, and I would say that it helped me learn at least about myself, that like I get really overwhelmed. And when I get overwhelmed like that, I just try to conquer too much at times. So week 3 was the most impactful for me. It really helped me just like creating those small goals, like making my bed, which seems like really little, but I never do it. Those small goals helped me feel like I had control over my environment, which led to me being more effective and productive when it came to creating other small goals for schoolwork or work or anything like that to accomplish my big goals. I would say that the hardest part of the project was honestly, people think it's like, oh, you can make time to watch a movie, but it was honestly really hard for me to make time to like watch my favorite movie before bed and stuff like that, because normally I go to bed at like super late times, so it was hard to get to bed at a reasonable time where I had at least 30 minutes to watch my favorite movie. So this is my chart. It just shows like everything I did each week, and then how I rated my happiness, stress, my workload, and my free time. What I liked about this project and the book in general was how smart it was and how it focused on the psychology of happiness and productivity and how they're linked together, and not that like money can buy happiness or true love or whatever. So yeah, I like that it was smart.